week number 2 of the Originality Workshop. This is going to be one of those, again, disturbing weeks because how we're going to do this, as I said last week, I'm going to start and go after 3 different areas of originality in your writing and in what you're doing. We're going to talk about, for a couple weeks here, I'm going to talk about originality in sentence by sentence. That's the down in the weeds. There's the depth workshop that I do is basically really takes you down into these kinds of things, but it helps you. The depth workshop is so that you can get readers down into your story. This, I'm going to go down into the sentence by sentence stuff, but in a slightly different way, because this is trying to get you to get out of your own way and be original. Every writer is original. I'm going to continue to state that at different times. Every one of us is different. Every one of us has a unique voice. I'm not trying to tell you at all. In fact, this is exactly the opposite of what I'm trying to say here. I don't want you writing like everybody else. I want you to write like you. Okay, but so everything I'm going to go after here that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. I know my first week made 3 people uncomfortable already. And there's only 11 of you in this workshop, so it's like, oh, this could be fun. Because by and large, I'm not saying you need to do something my way. What I'm saying is this is one of the things that causes you to not be original. So everything I'm going to work on here, everything, keep that in mind, and I need to repeat that like continuously, I think. Everything I'm going to work on is not trying to get you to do something that's a set way or my way, because that would be exactly the opposite of what we're trying to do here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to say, hey, look, this is the kind of stuff that gets in your way. You learned this from some English teacher somewhere, and it's in your way to get you down to a real original writing. And this, oh my heavens, there's so much stuff on sentence by sentence writing that we are all taught, because that's where English teachers focus. That's where they focus this down, because they don't know anything else. I mean, it's not their fault. They're English teachers. They have degrees in education. You know, they're great people. A lot of people have had really good English teachers. I had some really good ones in the past, but they're not professional fiction writers. That's the difference. And you're trying to be a professional fiction writer, which means you have to clean out all that stuff they taught you and gain a whole bunch of different tools. It's a different thing. One of the ways I often describe this is give someone a hammer, point at a building and say, go tear the building down. A hammer, sledgehammer, maybe a saw, they might be able to tear that building down and get it into a pile of rubble. Right? Clean off the lot, give them a whole bunch of unused lumber and say, now build a building. Well, English teachers tell you how to tear it down. I'm trying to get you to so you can build the thing and be a craftsperson and an artist. That's the difference in this workshop, okay? But just hang on. If I make you uncomfortable or make you mad or go, I could never do that, boy, check in with yourself. Because if you instantly have a reaction of, I could never do that, boy, that's some deep training from somebody who didn't know how to write professionally. Wow, okay? And so, again, you know, just check in. That's all I can say. I'm not trying to teach you to do it my way. My way is is my way. It works for me. It doesn't work for Chris. It doesn't work for most of my friends who are professional writers. But what I'm trying to do is get you out of your own way to get to your own writing. So that's the goal here. I'm trying to clear away all the fake rules and all the belief systems and everything else. It's going to be uncomfortable. Try it for a while, maybe a half year. Try something. If you find yourself really rebelling against something, I can't do that, that's the one you probably should try the most. I hate to say that, because it's just going to make everybody really uncomfortable on a whole bunch of stuff. So, you know, it's okay. It's okay to be mad at me. I'm just trying to help. I don't want you to do it my way. Again, don't do it my way. I'm an old pulp writer at heart. I think I was born in the wrong century. I should have been born in 2020 or 1920. I'd have fit perfectly into that pulp world, just perfectly. Luckily, the new indie world is allowing me to fit perfectly into the new indie world. In between, you know, I only wrote 100 and some novels for New York, but it was still always a struggle for me. Back in a minute.